Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. In this video, I am going to discuss the solution of SRCC GBO 2024 Logical Ability section. If I talk about the overall paper, this was the easiest section in the paper since the paper had sectional timings. Okay, for each section they gave 30 minutes for 40 questions. This was the section in which most of the people would have maximized their scores. So this section was overall easy with a few questions which could have been debatable. There were a couple of questions with errors as well. So let us look at the solution to this paper. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for great content on MBA preparation. In case you are looking for SRCC GBO mocks for 2025, we have launched our mock test series. It contains 4 mocks. One of the tests is free, right? And it is on the latest pattern. So this year they have changed the pattern. This year you have 25 into 4. So total 100 questions and to be done in 2 hours with no sectional timing. So their uh, institute have clarified that this time there will not be sectional timing. Last year they put sectional timing into the paper, but this time there is not going to be the case. So 2 hours, 100 questions. We have developed questions on this format. So you can check out our mock test. One of the free test is already live. The link of the same is given in the description of this video. So let's start with the first question. There's a statement and course of action. The statement says the price of onions is on the rise in India due to the lower production of onions. So price is on the rise. The problem is lower production. So first course of action says the government should give a minimum support price for onions to motivate farmers to crop them. Now minimum support prices, the government will give some price that you will earn this much minimum, right? Now, if they give minimum support price to the farmers, they will crop them, right? It is giving motivation to the farmers. So definitely they will go ahead and cultivate onions. And if they cultivate onions, the issue is lower production. So production will go up. Okay, so this is a valid course of action. The government should mandate onion cropping for all farmers. Now, mandating something is an extreme step, right? Now, that is, there might be some other factors also, which let us say about the quality of soil, right, or the climate available. Right? So, it is an extreme step. So, we say that we will not take it as a course of action. So, only one is a proper course of action. In this series, we need to answer the question. It says that if all the numbers are dropped from the series, which of the following will be the seventh from the right? Okay, seventh from the right. So no need to write the series again. Just count the seventh element: 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will not count the numbers 5, 6, and 7. So the answer is S. Okay, simple. You do not have to count the numbers. Next question. An accurate clock shows 9 a.m. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 7 p.m.? So 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It means it is a 10-hour gap. And if we have a clock, right, we have 12 hours. So 12 hours, like 12, 3, 12, 3, 6, 9. So 12 hours is 360 degree or 1 hour is 30 degree. This is 30, 30, 30. So 1 hour is 30. 10-hour gap means 30 into 10. That is 300 degrees. So the answer is 300 degrees. In a certain code language, sun rises in the east is written by this and house of Mohan is towards west is written as this. How will Ram goes to school be written in that language? Okay. Sun rises in the east. Okay, so if we see sun rises in the east, so we have 5 words and 5 codes here, right? And then we have house of Mohan is towards west. So we have let us see the relation, that how can we get the desired number. So sun, if we see there is no common letter, so we will have to figure out the number of alphabets in it. So probably one thing could be we can find the number of alphabets and figure out that what could be the so it has three alphabets, five alphabets, 2, 3, 4. Do we have 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 4, 7, 5? Okay, so we have five. Uh, so if we see, five comes twice. Okay, so if we add two to them, what do we get? 5, 7. Right, so we have five twice, and so 5 will refer to, so basically first element is adding 2 to it. So if you look at this number, house of Mohan is towards west. So house of Mohan, 5, 2, 5, 2. Then we have 7 and 4. If we add 2 to each, we will get 7, 4, 7, 4, 9, 6. So 7, 7, 4, 4, 9 and 6. So we know that number of letters plus 2 is the number of basically the number which is present over here. Okay, so probably we can use this to get our answer. Ram goes to school. So if you look at Ram goes to school, so we have three letters in Ram, four in goes to school, right? If we add 2 to each of them, so we will get 5, 6, 4, 8. So we should have the numbers 5, 6, 4, 8. So all of them have 5, 6, 4, 8. Okay, so we can eliminate option C as of now because 5, 6, 4, 8 is not present. Okay, so that is one thing. Now we will have to figure out the letter that is present. So we figured out the logic for numbers. Numbers is number of letters plus 2. Now let us find the logic for letters. Now how do we find out which letter is which? So in corresponds to 4n. Okay, so in is 4n. Similarly, there are two words with three letters, so we cannot tell. Maybe we can see rises. Rises is 7s. What we notice is last letter, last letter, last letter, last letter. Similarly, if you look at this number towards west, west will correspond to 6, and 6 is ending with T. This is also ending with T, right? Is ending with S and it should be 4, so it is 4s, right? So the letter is last letter of the word. Okay, so Ram goes to school. Ram is ending with M, right? Ram goes to school, so we should have 5m, right? Goes to school. So 5m, 6s, 4o and 8s. Sorry, 8l. 5m, 6s, 4o and 8l. But we need to see the order also, right? Is it in the same order? Because all of them have 5m, 8l, 4o and 6s. This is option B is eliminated. So we are left with options A and D. We need to see the order also. Okay. Sun rises in the east. Sun rises in the east. So reverse order. We need to reverse the order. Okay. Now west is the first word. House of Mohan. House of Mohan is towards west. So this was a tricky question. I mean, I would say that you'll have to consider a lot of factors. Now, this order should be reversed. Like Ram goes to school. So Ram goes to school. So that means 5m should come in the end. So option A is the answer. So the logic for the number is number of letters in that word plus 2. Last letter is the letter with that code. So number of letters plus 2 and the last letter and in the reverse order. So that was the logic of this question. So these three things, and hence the answer is option A. Now if you come across such questions, it is advisable to skip them in the examination because it takes a lot of time to figure the logic and then execute it. Now this is an easy question which should have been done. It says that we need to find the missing number in the series. If you look, it is doubling, right? So let us see that what happens to 124 into 2 is 248, and we are adding 4 to make it 252. Similarly, 60 into 2 is 120. When we add 4, it becomes 124. So 4 into 2 is 8. Like if you see, into 2 plus 4 into 2 plus 4. So 12 into 2 is 24 plus 4 is 28. So the answer is 28. 8, 62, 15, which is the corresponding number. So 8 square is 64, minus 2 is 62, 15 square is 225, minus 2 is 223. Now we are given a Venn diagram in which we are given this is urban area. Okay, this is secondary sector. This is primary sector. This is tertiary sector. Okay. So it says which of the following statements is true. First statement says people engaged in the tertiary sector from urban areas is more than non-urban areas. So tertiary sector, this tertiary sector is the triangle. Okay. It says that from urban area is more than non-urban area. Tertiary from urban area. Urban is the square. So tertiary sector from urban area is this because it is within the square and within the triangle. So 170, and this is 160 non-urban area. That means within the triangle, outside this square. So this is 160. So first statement is true. People engaged in primary sector from urban area is more than non-urban areas. Now primary sector is the circle. So square and circle. So let us find out this square and circle. So how much is it? It is basically 199 plus 103, that is 302. Primary sector from urban areas is 302, is more than non-urban areas. So primary not in urban areas is this because urban area is the square. So this addition is 179 to 63. Okay, so obviously it is more. So both are true. Now again a question on series. So series and sequences, coding, decoding, these are important topics. If you see the papers of past years, there are a lot of questions asked from these. 4, 11, 26, again it looks doubling. So 4 into 2 is 8 plus 3 makes 11, right? Then 22 plus 4 is 26. So we are adding 4. Now here the number is missing. If we see, it is plus 7, right? Into 2 plus 3 plus 4. So ideally it should be 5, 3, 4. It was addition of 4. So let's 552 is double, plus 5 is 57. So ideally that should be the answer. And if you take double of 57, that is 114, plus 6 is 120, which is perfectly fitting. So the number here is 57. Easy question. If you are preparing for the upcoming MBA entrance examinations like SRCC, GBO, CUET, MHCT, we have a course running, and it covers all these, the syllabus of all these examinations. Okay, with the classes you get uh, practice sheets, and we have mock tests for these different examinations. So if you wish to prepare for these exams in a structured manner covering all the topics, you can enroll in the course. All right, so next analogy based question again looks to be a simple one. 99 and 120. 99 is 9 into 11 and it is 11 square minus 1. 143 is 11 into 13, right? So higher number is 11 squared minus 1. Higher number is 13. 13 square minus 1, that is 168. So there were a lot of questions on these number series, number coding, letter coding, etc. Identify the letter cluster that does not belong to the following series. So we are given a series and we will just write the series BYODZQ, HBU and NEZ. Okay, so this is the series. Now B to D plus 2, D to H is plus 4, H to N is plus 6. Y to Z is plus 1. Z to B is plus 2. This is plus 3. And then O to Q, PQ plus 2. O to U is plus 4, 17 and 21. Then it is plus 5. Now see this, it is 2 1 2 4 1 4 2 4. So it should ideally be 6 3 6, because see it is 2 4 6 1 2 3. So it should be 2 4 6, right? So this is the wrong thing. So it should have been NEA. So NEZ is the wrong term of this series. Which of the following statements is true? So we are given a Venn diagram. It has married female. If it is not visible, it is married female. It is working. It is married male, and it is literate. Okay, so we have some numbers. It says there are 2, 3, 5, 4 unmarried literate persons. Okay, unmarried. Unmarried means these are the pentagons and hexagon are married ones. So unmarried means the central part, and literate persons. So if you look at unmarried literate persons, this will be basically the given number. Okay, these are literate people. So we have 2003 plus 367, which is 2370. So this is wrong. Then second thing is there are 1513 not literate working persons. Okay, so not literate working persons, here it is not talking about married or unmarried people, right? So we need to find non-literate. So non-literate means outside triangle, so we will ignore the triangle. And not literate working persons, so 1003 is here. These are also non-literate and these are also non-literate. So 1003 plus if you add these two numbers, it will be 510. That will become 1513, which is matching the given number. So only second statement is true. Should all members of parliament be highly qualified in India? So we are given three arguments. First argument says a highly qualified person is honest. Okay, so now this is a generalization, which is some assumption that the person is making. So it does not look to be a valid argument, right? They are honest or not, right? We cannot say that. They will understand the real problems of people, right? Now if a person is highly qualified, so probably they must have gone through good education. So if you undertake good education, then definitely you understand problems better, at least theoretically, right? Practically anyone, like if you talk about the importance of education, you learn things, right, through case studies, through examples. You have the knowledge, maybe practical knowledge is missing, but definitely they have more knowledge. So definitely we can say that they can understand the values. Yes, could be a possible one, because only one follows, one does not follow, right? Honest, not necessary a person highly qualified is honest. So only one follows will not be the case, right? Could be the answer. So let us put it on hold and let us see the third option also. So it says no, the number of highly qualified people is very low in India, therefore this statement is against Indian democracy. Now this is a vague argument, right? Highly qualified people is low, so against democracy, so does not make any logic. So definitely among the best choices, you will say that only two follows. What was the day of the week on 30th September 2010? Now, how to solve this question is we will use the calendars concept. So, for every 400 years, right, 400 years, the calendar becomes 0, right? So, 400 years into 5, that is 2000 years, it is 0. Okay, odd days is 0. And like if you want to learn this concept, you can check out a video on calendars. Probably it is for, like I mentioned it for snap, but it is helpful for all examinations. You can check that out. So previous year is 2009. We have nine previous years. Out of them there are two leap years, like 4 and 8. So we will get 9 plus 2 11, that is 4 odd days, right? So this is what we are calculating as odd days. So calendar follows the concept of odd days. So previous year 4. Now, if we talk about 2010, we have to go till September. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We have to go till the last day of September. It is not leap year. So in January, we have 3 odd days, Feb 0, because 28 days. March, 3 odd days, April, May has 31 days, June, July, August, September you have to go to 30. So 2 more odd days. So it's 3, 3, 6, 8, 8, 5, 13, 13 plus 6, 19, 21. So plus 21 gives us 25. Right, 25 means again that translates to 4 odd days. So 4 odd days means the answer is going to be a Thursday. If one is comfortable with the concepts of calendars, should have attempted this question. Otherwise, one could choose to skip such a question. Okay, this is a question on syllogisms. It says some sets are caves. So, some sheds are caves. All sheds are nests. Only a few nests are stable. Some sheds are dense. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram that we have. It says some caves are nests. Okay, so that is definitely true because sheds and caves overlap with each other and all sheds are nests. So this will be definitely true. No shed is stable, right? Now, from the generic diagram, this is what the people make mistake is they look at the generic diagram. So if you say that no shed is stable, right? Can I have a possible diagram like this? If I make stable like this, does it satisfy all conditions? Some sheds are caves, all sheds are nests, only a few nests are stable. Okay, some sheds are dense, so all are being satisfied. So we can say that this is false. So the purpose should not be to prove something true, but to prove something false. If we get that it is false, that means that is not the conclusion. So we proved it false. So only one follows. But we cannot prove this thing false. Try to make a diagram without having some caves as nest. That will not be possible. Study the given number series and answer the question. How many 2's are preceded by 9 and followed by an even number? Now some people have confusion. What is preceded by? Preceded by means before 2 it should be 9. So preceded by. This is preceded. And followed means the next term. Okay, so followed means the next term, preceded means previous term. So followed by an even number. So 9, 2 and even number. Okay, so look for 92, right? Do not look for 2's. We generally look for 2, right? Look for 92 because we know previous is 9. So 9, 2, 6, that is one of the numbers. Okay, so one case. Then 9, 2, 8, another case. Then we have 9, 2, 9. This will not be counted, right? Next is 9 to 7. This will not be counted. So there are two such cases. Okay, so only these two cases wherein 2 is preceded by 9 and followed by 6. 2 is preceded by 9 and followed by 8. So two such cases. We need to find the next term. So PRG. Then we have VLJBFM. So P plus 6 is V. V is 22. B is 2 or you can say 28. Adding, so plus 6 here also. R is 18. L is 12. So minus 6 and this is minus 6. Right. So if you go by this logic, next will be B plus 6, that is H. F minus 6 is 0. Right. So 0, that is 26, which is Z. So HZ, we'll have to look at the third letter also. So G to J. G is 7, J is 10. So plus 3. J plus 3 is M. M plus 3 is P. H, Z, P. That is our answer. Okay. Next question. How many fives are there in the following number sequence? Immediately preceded by an odd number, but not immediately followed by an odd number. Preceded by an odd number, but not followed by an odd number. So that means followed by an even number. So odd 5, even, right? So look for fives that have odd number behind it. So this we will not count. Okay, odd and even. One such case, odd, even. This is even, so we will not count this 5. Odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. So that's it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such cases. Okay, so these are questions that are very easy. It's just that you need to focus on the data given, read the elements carefully, and answer the questions. I hope you are enjoying this session, so please don't forget to like this video. Let's move on to the next question. Read the given statements of cause and effect thing. India has been losing its own traditional culture for 25 years. India is a multicultural country. Okay. So if you look at this thing, these have no relation with themselves. Right? India is losing its culture. That is a different thing. Multicultural country. That's a different thing. So these are effects of independent causes. However, like in the examination, they had given the answer. Like if you have last year's paper, they gave this is the answer that 2 is the cause and 1 is the effect. So this was the official answer, but I believe that it is the wrong one. So they later uh, like they ask for challenging the question. Probably they could have increased the marks based on this question, because obviously it looks wrong, right? India is a multicultural country, that is why it is losing culture. That does not make sense, but in my opinion this should be the answer, that uh, 1 and 2 are effects of independent causes. Like multicultural country is because of presence of different states, right, different languages, etc. And losing its traditional culture could be because of Western influence, etc. In a class, there are 43 students. Kunal's rank is 17th in the class, who is ahead of Pinky by 6 ranks. Pinky being 7 ranks ahead of Balwan. If ranking system is top to bottom, then what is Balwan's rank? So Kunal is 17. Okay. So ahead of Pinky by 6 ranks. So Pinky will be 23. Pinky is 7 ranks ahead of Balwan. So Balwan is 30 in the rank. So this is assertion reason question. So first says that enrollment of girls in higher education is rising in India. The government is giving various scholarships to girls in higher education. Now both are true. Girls, the literacy of girls is rising, as well as the government is giving various scholarship schemes. So there are a lot of government schemes that focus on girl child education. So definitely that is the reason why the enrollment of girls in higher education is rising in India. So these are true, and reason is the correct explanation. The mark of Kiran is greater than or equal to the marks of Hina, and Tina got equal marks. The mark of Tina is greater than Urvi, but Urvi's marks are less than or equal to the marks of Ira. So based on this, we need to tell which of the following is true. So Kiran is greater than equal to Hina. It says Tina got equal, Hina and Tina. So this looks a bit ambiguous statement, right? It should be Hina equal to Tina. So that's what I could get from the language. The mark of Tina is greater than Urvi, but Urvi's marks are less than or equal to the marks of Ira. So that's what we get from this. This is an ambiguity here. right? It should be like Kiran is greater than equal to Hina, that is fine. They should have separated that Hina and Tina got equal marks. That's what I could infer from it. So based on it, let us answer the question. Urvi got less marks than that of Kiran. So if we see, it is in the same direction, like decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. So Kiran is greater than Urvi. It means Urvi is less than Kiran. So this is true. Ira's marks are less than or equal to the marks of Tina. So when we compare Ira and Tina, we cannot compare them because we have operators on opposite directions. So we do not know how much is, we can compare Ira and Urvi, but we cannot compare Ira and Tina. So whenever we have operators of different directions, we cannot make the comparison. So only one is true. Find the next term in this series. J to M is 3, M to P is 3, P to S is 3. So S plus 3, that will be S is 19, 20, 21, 22. T, U, V. So that will be V. Second letter is W, right? X, Y plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So next will be E. So VE, there is only one word. So we can say that it will be VEG. No need to check for the third letter, not needed. Find the odd one out. Okay, so let's see this. MIGH. I plus 2 is JK. G plus 2 is I. And H plus 2 is J. So plus 2 plus 2. P plus 2 is R. H I J. O P Q B C D. So these two looks to have same pattern. B C D E F G Y A B. No, Y Z A. So this is the odd one out, right? Because Y plus 2 is A. Let us see the last one. S T U H I J A B C R S T. So this is the odd one out. So Y plus 2 is A. So it should have been D G A Q. Right? So that is the wrong one. Again, a question based on letter coding. So this is a very important part of SRCC GBO if you're preparing for the examination. A lot of questions based on number and letter series. Out of 40 questions, I believe at least 15 questions were around number series or letter series. Q, S. Right. So if we add this is 27, 25, 29 and 27. So this should be the total A, C, D, L. 1, 3. So this should be 26, that is Z. 22, that is W. That is V. Okay, this is 25, which is Y. Z, V, Y, O, that comes. So Z, O, like in this case, you could eliminate the central two ones, and we'll have to see that probably instead of 25 and 29. So instead of that, there could be some other logic because ZO is matching, but the central two terms are not matching. So in this case, probably like if you come across such questions, obviously this must be a wrong question, maybe. Uh, because 25 if we see and if we take C, so that has to be 22, which is V, and it has to be Y. ZVYO should be the one. So could be one of these two. So probably like if we increase by one. So if you could figure out some other logic, tell me. I think this was the answer also, or one of these should have been the answer. Don't recall the answer. Uh, so there are some questions, you will find at least two, three questions per section which will have errors. So in the examination time, do not break your head into it. Try to attempt it. If you are able to get the right answer, good. And if not, just avoid those questions. So here's the next one. It says that some hill is land, all land is plateau. Then we have only a few land is peak. This is peak, and some peak is valley. So this is the generic Venn diagram. It says some peak is hill. So first we can say that some peak and hill are not overlapping. No hill is peak. Now if you see these two elements same, peak, hill. Now if we consider these two, right, two talking about the same thing, hill and peak. One is positive, which talks about inclusion. No means exclusion, right? Now if you draw this diagram, we can see that this is true, right? This comes out to be true. But what if the diagram is like this? This is also a proper diagram. If you look at this diagram, some hill is land is satisfied, all land is plateau is satisfied, only a few land is peak is also satisfied, and some peak is valley is also satisfied. So satisfying all the conditions. Now, if you take the first case, this was the scenario, and if we consider the second case, this is true and this is false. So we have two possible diagrams. So whenever we have this case, wherein in one case one of the statements is true, in another case another statement is true. So we have either one a case. So either one or two follows. So in one case, some peaks is hill, the lower diagram, and in another case, no hill is peak is true. So either one or two will follow. Okay, so here is the next one. It is a sort of puzzle which has only one question associated with it, right? So one must also see that how many questions are associated with a puzzle in the examination. Now, if you are writing an examination wherein you have sectional timing, like last year it had sectional timing, so it was not worth attempting this question because it was a standalone question. Only one question asked from this topic. So let's see this. There are six teachers teach a different subject and seated around a table facing the center. Okay, so they are sitting around a table facing the center. This says that Pinky is opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. Poonam sits to the right of the Hindi teacher and is opposite to the person who is chemistry teacher. Piyu is opposite to the computer science teacher. Mukta is between English teacher and computer science teacher and is not the chemistry teacher. Pramila is opposite to the English teacher who is to the immediate left of Pihu. Okay, who is the fine arts teacher. So we have, let us find out some link because Pinky is opposite to Sanskrit. Poonam is to the right of Hindi teacher, opposite to the person, chemistry teacher. Pihu is computer science, opposite computer science. Mukta between English and computer science and not chemistry teacher. Okay, so let's start with Pramila is opposite to the English teacher. So let us say this is English teacher. Opposite is Pramila. Who is to the immediate left of you. Now, whenever we use the word who refers to the English teacher, not Pramila. Okay. So English teacher is to the immediate left of Pihu. So this should be Pihu, right? Now Pihu is opposite to the computer science teacher. So this is the computer science teacher. Now computer science teacher, is it mentioned over anywhere? Yes, we have computer science teacher mentioned here. Mukta is between English teacher and computer science teacher. Okay, so Mukta is between English and computer science. So this is Mukta and is not chemistry teacher. So it is not the chemistry teacher. Now we are left with these people. Pinky is opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. Now who could be the Sanskrit teacher? So this could be Pinky, this could be Pinky, this could be Pinky. So anyone not cannot figure out. So Pinky and Sanskrit. Poonam sits to the right of the Hindi teacher. So Poonam we have not yet put, and is opposite to the person who is the chemistry teacher. So Poonam is opposite to chemistry teacher. Now this is not chemistry teacher, so this cannot be Poonam. This is so Poonam is, this cannot be Poonam. So we have two possibilities. Either this is Poonam, right, opposite to chemistry teacher, or this is Poonam. So let us take two cases. Let's take in the first case. So if it turns out to be true, then we will go ahead with it. Suppose this is Poonam. Poonam is opposite to the chemistry teacher, right? And is to the right of the Hindi teacher. Okay, so if it is right of the Hindi teacher, then it must be the Hindi teacher. Then Pinky is opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. Okay, so this cannot be Pinky because this is Hindi teacher. So Pinky and this is Sanskrit teacher. Okay, so we are left with one subject and one person. So this subject is fine arts and the person remaining is Poonam, Pramila, Pihu, Indu. That is the missing person, right? So as per this, we get fine arts teacher as Indu. We have one of the options also. We will see the other possibility also. So we will take the other possibility which we did not consider in the first scenario. So this is Pihu. Then some number name with M, Mukta, and this is not chemistry teacher, English teacher, computer science teacher. Then we had to put Poonam as the chemistry teacher. Poonam opposite to the chemistry teacher. So this means opposite. Right. So we said that Poonam cannot sit here because this was the chemistry teacher. We took Poonam here. Let us take Poonam here. Then this will be the chemistry teacher. Okay, because Poonam is opposite to the chemistry teacher. Now next we have Pinky is opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. Okay. Poonam is opposite to the sits to the right of the Hindi teacher. Okay. So Poonam sits to the right of Hindi teacher and is opposite to the person chemistry teacher. So Poonam is this. So this will be Hindi teacher. Right. Now Hindi teacher, and we are given that Pinky is opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. So this will be Pinky and opposite to the Sanskrit teacher. Okay, so Sanskrit teacher is also done. Then this will be Indu and this is Pinky is fine arts teacher. So these are the two cases. Let us see the all the conditions and if it matches. Let's see. Pinky is opposite to Sanskrit teacher. Pinky opposite to Sanskrit teacher. Pinky opposite to Sanskrit teacher. So that is matching. Poonam is to the right of Hindi teacher. Hindi and next is Poonam. Hindi next is Poonam. And is opposite to the person who is the chemistry teacher. So Poonam opposite chemistry. Poonam opposite to the chemistry teacher. That is also satisfied. Pihu is opposite to computer science teacher. Pihu computer science. Pihu computer science matching. Mukta English and computer science. Mukta English computer science between them. Here also it is satisfied. Mukta is between English and computer science and is not the chemistry teacher. So Mukta is not the chemistry teacher in either case. So that is also satisfied. Pramila is opposite to English teacher. So Pramila opposite to the English teacher, satisfied. Who is to the immediate left of Pihu? So English teacher is to the immediate left of Pihu. That is also satisfied. Okay. So we are getting two possible answers in this case, right? So both cases are being satisfied. All conditions are being satisfied. And fine arts teacher, if they ask, in one case we are getting Pinky, in one case we are getting Hindu, right? So the answer could not be determined. So there are some questions that have errors in them. Possibly this was one of those questions. Now this is a series. If you observe closely, it is 1 square plus 1, 2 square plus 1. So it should be 4 square plus 1, that is 17. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video. We will be creating the solutions for other sections as well. And in case you are looking for SRCC GBO 2025 mocks on the latest pattern, you can check them out. One of the free mocks is already live. You can take it and see where do you stand in the exam. Z, J, X, G. If we see this is 10 plus 16, and if you see this is also technically plus 16 because 24 plus 16 is 40, right? And 40 means 14. So basically we need to add 16 to each of them. I is 9. That is 8 and 19. So that is Y. 8 is H and S. Y, H, S. But that is not matching in this case. So let's see. HS is matching. So I think what I guess is maybe this could be a typo. Uh, Maybe this is TRC. I'm just because while copying the question might have been an issue. Let's just see that if it is TRC. T is 20, 36, that is 10, which is J. So possibly it could be TRC. So TRC would give JHS. Okay, we'll have to recheck this question. Possibly, uh, like it might happen that the text might have been uh, TRC while copying in the presentation, it became IRC. Okay, so that is the logic we can figure out. So it will be instead of I, it will be T, and we will get JHS. Now this was there was a mistake in this question last year. I have written the correct values. So a man walks 10 meters south. Then turning to his right, he walks 12 meters. So south 10 and then right 12. And then turning to his left, he walks 8 meters. So left side 8 meters. And again he turns to his left and walks 5. So this is left and 5. We have to find from his initial position. So I left this question without even solving it because the options were very large values. But later on, when I checked the response sheet, I mean, although they must have given marks for this question, so they accept the mistakes. Like if there are mistakes in the paper, they will accept it. However, the options that were present were like this: 353, 363, 373. I did not attempt it because I just saw the values in some meters and the values that were given were very large. Okay, so like this, they had options. Now, later on, when I solved the question, I realized that what mistake they had made in the options. Okay, so let's see this question. Now, this distance is 18 and 12 minus 5, this distance is 7. So, under root of 18 square plus 7 square, 324 plus 49, that is 373. Now, if you are in the examination hall, right, mark this option as the answer. Although the answer is root 373, it is possible that there is a typo. So sometimes what happens is we do not know, like, see, we tell them these are the questions that need to be challenged. Now, no one has an idea that whether they accept the challenge or decline the challenge, right? Nobody tells that these are the questions that were challenged and this is the correction that we made. Of course, the marks that you get from the response sheet and the actual marks vary. Okay, so definitely your marks increase because of some wrong questions. And about this examination, I can vouch that at least they have 3, 4 questions every year, even more that have errors. Okay, so we need to report those errors and possibly you get marks. Definitely you get marks because every year I have seen that there is increase in the marks from what you get as per the response sheet. Now, which questions are accepted, which are not accepted, that is unclear. So let us say if you are attempting this question. I did not attempt the question last year because I just saw the values like 10, 8, and I saw that these are very large values. But later on, I realized that one could have attempted and marked this as the answer, although that is incorrect. Okay, although the answer is incorrect, but mark this as the answer just in case they do not accept the challenge. Then 373 they would accept as the answer. So possibly they could have taken this as the answer. Okay, so now root 373. 361 is 19 square. So definitely these are ruled out. Now 19.5, if you have to do 19.5 whole square, right, that will be equal to 0.25 and 19 into 20 is 380. 380.25. So this is 373. So it is less than 19.5. The only option that fits is 19.3. So that will be the answer. A plus B means A is the father of B. So we have a coded blood relation over here. Let us put the codes and find out the relation between them. Okay. So we have N and M are husband and wife respectively, right? Now see this thing. N and M are husband and wife. So if we see, uh, first thing is N is husband. Okay, so N is husband. That means if you see A is the son, so that is male only, correct? Plus means father. So in any case, they are male only. So we cannot rule out that possibility of gender. So let us make the diagram. So N plus T plus means father. So N is the father of T. T and W, sister of T is a female. She is a sister of W. So in all cases, T and W are sisters. And W hash brother of X. So is a male and X minus M daughter of M, right? So X is the daughter of M. So in the first option itself, we get that these are husband and wife. Okay, so you could be lucky that you could get in the very first option. Otherwise, you will have to check each of the options. So in the very first option, we get that these are husband and wife. Now we are given, we need to find the odd one out. So three are alike, one is odd one out. PVQ, if you see this thing, PV, PV, EH, EH, ZY, ZY, GI, GK. So we can easily say that this looks odd one out. QU, -2 plus 2, VW. -2 is D, plus 2 is I. Right? -2 is Y, plus 2 is Z. So this is the odd one out. If the sequence of the middle nine elements in the given string is reversed, then which of the following will be the seventh to the right of the 21st element from the right end? Now this is a question that one should ideally skip because such a long sequence, and you are first you will find the middle line and then you will reverse them. Okay, so let us find the middle line first. So first of all, we will have to count the number of elements, then figure out which are the middle line. Okay, so instead of finding the counting all, see how to go to the middle is, definitely you cannot do this question in the examination because here I have the liberty to knock off elements. 2 2 3 3. Are these 9 elements? 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10 more. So how many we have eliminated? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 4 5 6 7 8. Now middle 9 is not there. Middle 9 terms. I not sure that whether this series has been uh, correctly copied also, because sometimes it happens like when you copy such a large term, right? So it is quite possible that the terms are not copied correctly. We'll again check that middle line once. K9 plus hash. So again, let's see that these are reversed. Okay, so the middle 9, probably these could be the middle 9. Okay, so we will reverse them. So it says that which of the following will be the seventh to the right of the 21st element from the right end. 21st from the right. Okay, then seventh to the right. So 21st from right, and then 7 elements to this side. So basically 14th from the right end. Okay, so we will find the 14th term from right end. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Let us say we are reversing these elements. Okay, so 10 11 12 13 14. So this could possibly be the answer. So 6, I guess it has to be one out of M6 hash or 9. So definitely this is a question that is worth skipping in the examination, because a very long series, and if you are attempting such question, there are some people who attempt this question and tell that okay, we attempted this question. If you are doing that, that's a foolishness. So there will be some questions, even though overall section is very easy, but there will be two or three questions which are worth skipping. Like this one, this is worth skipping question. Or there could be very absurd code that one must skip. So not necessarily that you attempt all questions, but attempt the easy ones. So that is the key to cracking these examinations. Definitely, there will be some people who would have attempted this question, but that's the most foolish thing that you do in an examination when you are time bound. So we are given a code and we need to find the code for this number. So let's see the code EGKM. E becomes F, L, K could become L. Let's see this Q becomes R, Q has become R. So alternate letter they are increasing, isn't it? So if we see Z has become A, then L has become M, and alternate letter they are increasing by one. If you see F is becoming G, G is becoming H, and S is becoming T. So alternate letters we will increase. So D will become E, F, E, F, G, H, I. So there is only one option. Okay, so one should answer the question instantly without even thinking. Right now, you do not need to find the number. Now we will try to find the number though. What is the logic? G, M, B, N, F. So these are the numbers. So G is 7, 13, 20, and this comes as 42. But in the examination now, if you have got one of these 30, this is 30 and 29. Something else needs to be done with these letters. 40 plus 27, 67. But there is only one option which gives you E, F, G, H, I, right? So definitely, like if you are getting a particular question like this, 6, 7. So instead of breaking your head that how it can be done, right? So just simply mark that as the answer because that is the only option which has E, F, G, H, I. Now, if you think of the logic, start thinking of the logic, that's a foolish thing. See, ultimately, you have to crack the exam, right? You need not accurately get everything right. Like, for example, which we did one of the questions on blood relations. The first option is making sense, no need to check other options. Here also, only one option gives you EFGHI, mark it. So, if you can figure out the logic, since I did not do it and I do not want to do it now, also try to figure out the logic for the number and do let me know in the comments. Okay, आप बताना कि क्या लॉजिक निकल के आया. What is the logic of this, the number that is given over here, and let's see that if you can figure it out. But in the examination, do not overthink. The key to cracking the examination is try to be as simple as possible. Do not overthink. Do not try to figure out some logic which is not needed. If it is, you can figure out, good. If not, move on. 80, 99. 8 into 10, 10 square minus 1, right? Now if you see, similar question was asked previous also, like higher number ka square plus 1. Again, one more logic, like higher square number minus 1. Okay. Introducing a man, Somu said he is the son of the only daughter of the father of my daughter-in-law. Okay, so Somu is saying that father of my daughter-in-law. Okay, so this is Somu. Somu's daughter-in-law. So this is son, right? So daughter-in-law. Somu's daughter-in-law, father of my daughter-in-law. So Somu's daughter-in-law's father will be, uh, let's say this is X. Only daughter will be, only daughter is the daughter-in-law, son of this. This is son of only daughter. That means Somu is the grandfather or grandmother, right? How is Somu related to that man? Paternal grandfather. Paternal grandfather because it is father's father. This is the son, right? That is the man. His man's father is this person, and this is Somu. So paternal grandfather will be the answer. So here's the next one. It says that there are 7 friends and they are seated around a circular table facing outside. Okay. Now, one interesting thing which probably other teachers will not tell you is you can make them face inside also. Okay, so let me do it by facing inside. You can do it by facing outside, and still you will get the same answer. See, facing outside, if people are facing opposite direction, some people facing out, some people facing in, right? In that case, you make them uh, like 2 directions. If all people are facing same direction, you can make all people face outside also. Okay, because it will not matter. Left and right are relative. So I will show you this, that I will make facing inside and still get the same answers. You can solve it by making inside. So that is a secret trick which I tell the students, that it does not matter whether they are facing inside or outside. Similarly, if people are facing north or people are facing south, it does not matter, right? You can make it either way. Left and right ka dhyan rakhna tha bas. But if people are facing 2 directions, some people north, some people south, in that case you need to make the correct arrangement. So I will do it facing inside and still get the same answer. It says Tina is second to the left of Avya. So this is Avya. Second to the left is Tina, right? And then Zora is sitting to the right of Oma. Christy is seated second to the left of Tina. So Christy is second to the left of Tina. Zora right of Uma. Tina is sitting between Veena and Yana. So this is Tina is Veena and Yana. Avya is sitting to the immediate right of Veena. So this is Veena. This will be Yana. Okay, so we have uh, U and Z, right? Because Zora is sitting to the right of Uma. Now, who is sitting to the 4 to the right of Yana? So, 4 to the right of Yana is 1, 2, 3, 4. We get the answer as Uma. 4 to the left of Zora. So, this is Zora. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is Tina. Now, we did it by sitting inside. Now, if you do by facing outside, you might say कि outside दिया था आपने inside कर दिया. Let us see कि answer same आता है कि नहीं आता है. So this will give you the confidence that if people are sitting inside, because our brain is trained to solve questions this way. Like naturally अगर आप देखोगे inside में easily बनता है left right. Same goes for facing north and south. So if you, because we generally easily think facing north, that is easy to make. Okay, so you can take either. We will do it this way as well to give you that clarity that even if you make them face outside, we will get the same answer. I mean that which you will trust more, because outside में सही आंसर आना चाहिए ना, inside में आपको लगेगा गलत आंसर आ रहा है. So let's see. Tina is second to the left of Avya. So this is Avya, this is Tina, and Christy is sitting second to the left of Tina. Okay, so this is Christy. Then we have Tina between Veena and Yana, and Avya is immediate right of Veena. So this is Veena and this is Yana. And then we have U and Z. It said that Zora is sitting to the right of Uma. So that's what we will get as per the arrangement. Now, 4 to the right of Yana. So this is Yana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is Uma. And 4 to the left of Zora. So this is Zora. Now left will be this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is T now. We get the same answer, isn't it? The only thing is left and right will become clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now if you see clockwise, it was C, Z, U, A, V, T, Y. Right? Here we will have to go anti-clockwise. C, Z, U, A, V, T, Y. So that's the only difference. In one case, we had to go clockwise. In the other case, we had to go anti-clockwise. The order is the same. So now you can do a question. If all people are facing outside, you can make them face inside also. The answers will not change. Now here's the next question. It says that there is a 7-floor building numbered 1 to 7. Now I made a mistake in this question. It says top to ground floor. So mistake which I made was I took, because we generally have the tendency, right? One is at the bottom. It is top to ground. So topmost is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Has 7 offices with different office bearers. These are the names: Puneet, Raksha, Mohit, Yella, Gagan, Omi, Bhanu. Each floor has only one office. Yella's office is just below the Raksha's office. There is exactly one office between Gagan's office and Omi's office. Puneet's office is just above Raksha's office. So first let us start with this. Omi is in the lowest floor. Okay, so Omi is here, right? And then do we have anything between with Omi? Gagan and Omi, there is exactly one office between. So this is Gagan, right? And then we have Yella is just below Raksha's office. So Raksha and Yella. Puneet's office is just above Raksha's office. So we have Puneet, Raksha, Yella. Neither Puneet nor Bhanu is in the topmost. So Puneet and Bhanu cannot come here. So Puneet, Raksha and Yella have to come here. So these three will come in these order. So Bhanu cannot come here. Bhanu will come here. One person that remains is Puneet, Raksha, Mohit. Mohit will be the topmost one. Okay. Now the arrangement was simple. Right. What mistake I made was I put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and hence got this answer wrong. So Bhanu's office, I put 2 as the answer. The answer should be 6 because the numbering is from top to bottom. Right? Okay. Odd one out. Yella, Bhanu, Mohit, Puneet. Yella, Bhanu, Puneet, and Mohit. Now this is odd. This is even. This is even. This is also even. So Mohit is the odd one out. So 3 of the numbers are even. One number is odd. So that is the odd one out of these. So if you are preparing for SRCC GBO, CUET, MAT, and are looking for a course which covers the syllabus of all these examinations, you can check that out. The link is given in the description of this video. And if you are looking for SRCC GBO mocks on the new pattern, right? New pattern is they have reduced the number of questions and removed the sectional timing. So we have kept our mocks on similar lines with SRCC GBO of last few years. Like quant is of difficult level, that CAT ZAT type which you get, right? DI is good calculation based DI. LR is on the easy side because that's what they have on the easier one. And English also the kind that you get in the actual examination. So you can check our mocks on our site. The link is given in the description of this video. So thank you for watching this video. I will be uploading the solutions of the other sections as well. So do check it out, that how to attempt questions along with the tips and tricks. Like for example, in this also I told you some of the questions, that long string based question, which questions to avoid, which questions to attempt. Because whenever you have a time based test, it is about smartly picking the questions, attempting the right ones, and that is how you maximize the score. Same goes with the other sections also. Like for example, in the case of DI, there were some questions which were doable, some easy calculation based sets, some were insane sets, very difficult calculations, right? So definitely it was advisable to pick those sets which in which the calculation was less and maximize your score in the examination.